it's Arlene from Arlene's Creations, and today I'm going to show you how I am making my meat and cheese board for my little gathering today. It's a post-Christmas gathering because I did not see my sister-in-law Dory or my niece Desiree and her boyfriend and my brother-in-law Robert for Christmas. So I just took a big piece of wood. Hold on. I just had like a piece of wood like this from Home Depot that I make my wooden signs with, and I covered it with tin foil and laid it in this a little bit off center on my table. And then I just have some plates here for other stuff. But I'm gonna start putting my crackers. I have cheese and sliced Italian meats and fruit. I have deviled eggs that I made. So I'm just gonna start building my table with all of the necessary things that you need for a nice cheese and meat platter. So I have some garlic breadsticks there. I have the crostini breads that I made. I have the video on that if you want to look back and see that. So I'm just gonna randomly put down crackers here and there. And then about a half hour before my guests are going to be arriving is when I'll be laying out all the cheeses and the meats and the fruits. I have over here in my crock, I have some cocktail meatballs and sausages, which I made a video on that. And then in this one is going to be pulled pork. I made the pork in my my smoker outside. So over here I just have some plates set up, and then the forks, knives, and spoons, and the napkins are in this three-tiered thing that I got from Home Goods. So I'm just gonna continue to build this, and as I do different things, I'm going to show you how it all comes together. I'll be back. All right, so over here, I just placed some nice cherry tomatoes, some celery sticks cut up, some cauliflower, fresh cauliflower, and some carrots. I did make a vegetable dip, which was just sour cream and vegetable soup mix. I'll be putting that here so people can have it for the dip for the vegetables. So that's how I'm doing that. So it's starting to come together, and I will be back. All right, so I'm getting my board done. So as you can see, I have some Italian meats, I have crackers, I have stuffed olives, the olive tapenade down here, I got some banana peppers, deviled eggs I made, crudité, some grapes. I have some nuts in case anybody wants some nuts. So I'm going to continue to get everything else out and put it on the table and show you what it all looks like when it's done. I'll be back. All right, so everything is done, waiting for the guests to arrive, and here's my sangria I made. Very simple, just a gallon of sangria that I put into a canister. I added some apples and oranges and blackberries. I did Granny Smith apples, and so that made a nice big tub of sangria. And here again on my meatballs, my cocktail meatballs, and my smoked sausages. I also smoked the meatballs in the smoker. They were absolutely delicious. Stay tuned for those videos. I have all other videos coming up this week on how I made the meatballs, the pulled pork, the olive tapenade, the crostini bread, the bruschetta, all of that. I have videos coming up, so stay tuned for all of that if you want to know how to make these. And over here, there's the crostini bread that I made from scratch. It was delicious with the garlic and the parsley and everything. And then I have my napkins up there and whatnot. There's my homemade bruschetta. And then behind that is the olive tapenade, which came out of this world. Better than you can buy it in the store. Check out that recipe. And I have the deviled eggs. I made homemade. I have some roasted red peppers and some banana peppers and the blue cheese stuffed olives and more crackers and nuts and all the crudité. And I stuck toothpicks in a few things so that people could just grab it, but then I had extra toothpicks on the table. That's the vegetable dip, sour cream, and Lipton vegetable soup mix. There's some grapes. I had that nice local fresh honey and the hard Pecorino Romano cheese. Then this was a salt dish that I had bought at Home Depot for $20. And I kept it in the freezer for a day or two, so it's really cold. And I put my shrimp cocktail on it to keep that cold on the table. Then we have the cantaloupe with the prosciutto wrapped around it. We have some hummus, some black olives. Then we have, on the other plate, we have some rolled up pepperoni and salami, Genoa salami. Here we have our fresh buffalo mozzarella. So yeah, and you want to laugh? This was for 7 people. I had me and my husband, and I invited 5 guests. So my husband goes, "Who the heck you cooking for, an army?" It was so funny. All of this food for 7 people. There was so much left over that I was like packing up food for people to take home. It was quite hilarious. So now we're walking into my kitchen, and here is my beautiful cake that I made. That my kitchen was very warm, and all my piping decorations started to melt, because that's a homemade caramel buttercream and with a chocolate cake, and then on the inside layer I put caramel and chocolate ganache and then drizzled it with chocolate ganache. So as you can see, it kind of melted. Yeah, so I just had, I didn't decorate that crazy for Christmas. I had the lights going on my ceiling. There's my husband sitting in the living room. And in my foyer here, I just, I put up a couple of wreaths and had my candles burning. So when you walked in, everything smelled like vanilla. I do make my candles homemade. And I love that basket with the pine cones. And there's all my little, my Christmas stuffed animals that I have all on my couch. And I have 2 of those trees, one on each side of the French doors. And so, yeah, so this was my post-Christmas party. And it really turned out good. Everybody enjoyed themselves. We had a great time. We played games. Everybody was stuffed. We had a few drinks. It was really nice. Well, thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate, there's my cat, Sparky. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. And hit that notification bell so you know when all those videos come up for the recipes for everything that was on the table. And thanks for watching, and please hit that subscription button. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.